Control systems and homeostasis are fundamental principles in biology and engineering, governing the ability of organisms and machines to maintain stability in dynamic environments. These systems regulate vital processes, ensuring consistency despite external fluctuations. In biological contexts, homeostasis refers to the mechanisms that keep internal conditions within a specific range, allowing organisms to survive and function efficiently. Control systems, whether natural or artificial, operate through feedback loops that adjust responses based on changing conditions. Understanding these principles provides insights into physiology, technology, and the ways in which living beings and engineered systems adapt to maintain balance. Homeostasis is essential for life, as biological systems require stable internal environments to function optimally. The human body, for example, maintains homeostasis through various regulatory mechanisms that control temperature, pH, hydration, and nutrient levels. These processes rely on sensory input, signaling pathways, and response mechanisms to adjust conditions as needed. One of the most well-known examples of homeostasis is thermoregulation, which allows the body to maintain a constant temperature despite variations in external temperatures. When the environment is cold, the body generates heat through metabolic processes, shivering, and vasoconstriction, narrowing blood vessels to retain warmth. Conversely, when the body overheats, mechanisms such as sweating and vasodilation help dissipate heat, ensuring internal temperature remains within the optimal range. Another crucial aspect of homeostasis involves the regulation of blood glucose levels. Cells require glucose for energy, and the body must ensure a stable concentration in the bloodstream. This regulation is achieved through a balance between insulin and glucagon, two hormones produced by the pancreas. When blood glucose levels rise after eating, insulin facilitates the uptake of glucose into cells, reducing excess sugar in the bloodstream. When levels drop due to fasting or energy expenditure, glucagon triggers the release of stored glucose, ensuring a continuous supply for essential functions. Disruptions in this balance can lead to conditions such as diabetes, where the body's ability to regulate glucose is impaired, resulting in abnormal fluctuations that can affect overall health. Homeostasis is also evident in fluid balance, where mechanisms adjust water intake and excretion to maintain hydration. The kidneys play a central role in this process, filtering blood and selectively retaining or excreting water based on the body's needs. When fluid levels are low, the kidneys concentrate urine to conserve water, reducing loss. Conversely, excess water intake prompts the production of dilute urine, expelling unnecessary fluid to prevent imbalances. This regulation is influenced by hormones such as antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which signals the kidneys to adjust water retention accordingly. The integration of these control systems ensures that cells remain hydrated, supporting metabolic functions and overall health. Beyond biological systems, control systems are a fundamental concept in engineering and technology, where they are designed to regulate machines and processes efficiently. These systems use sensors, feedback loops, and controllers to adjust variables dynamically, ensuring stable operation despite external changes. In automated environments, control systems are employed in manufacturing, robotics, and climate regulation to optimize performance. A classic example is a thermostat, which maintains a constant temperature by adjusting heating or cooling elements based on sensor input. When the temperature deviates from the set point, the system activates mechanisms to restore balance, illustrating how artificial control systems mirror homeostatic functions in living organisms. Control systems can be categorized as open loop or closed loop, depending on whether feedback is incorporated into the regulation process. Open-loop systems operate without continuous feedback, executing predefined actions without adjusting for deviations. These systems are effective for predictable processes but may struggle with variations or unforeseen disturbances. In contrast, closed-loop systems integrate feedback mechanisms that assess output and adjust inputs accordingly. This adaptive approach allows for greater precision and responsiveness, making closed-loop systems ideal for applications requiring dynamic stability. Robotics, aviation, and medical devices frequently utilize closed-loop control to ensure accurate performance and safety. In biological contexts, feedback mechanisms are classified as negative or positive feedback. Negative feedback loops are the most common form of homeostatic regulation, where changes in a system trigger counteracting responses to restore equilibrium. The regulation of body temperature, blood glucose, and blood pressure are examples of negative feedback, ensuring stability despite external fluctuations. Positive feedback, on the other hand, amplifies a response rather than counteracting it. This type of feedback is observed in processes such as blood clotting and childbirth, where an initial stimulus triggers a cascade of intensifying reactions. While positive feedback is less common in homeostasis, it plays a critical role in specific biological functions that require rapid responses. The importance of control systems and homeostasis extends beyond individual organisms to ecosystems and broader environmental processes. Natural ecosystems rely on homeostatic regulation to maintain balance despite changing conditions. Predator-prey dynamics, nutrient cycles, and climate regulation all demonstrate principles of feedback and adaptation. When an ecosystem experiences disruptions, such as pollution or habitat loss, homeostatic mechanisms may struggle to compensate, leading to imbalances that affect biodiversity and ecological stability. Understanding these processes helps scientists develop conservation strategies and sustainable practices that support environmental resilience. Technological advancements continue to refine control systems, integrating artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics to enhance regulatory capabilities. Smart systems can anticipate changes, adjust responses autonomously, and optimize efficiency in real time. These innovations are particularly valuable in healthcare, where adaptive technologies monitor vital signs, regulate medical treatments, and improve patient outcomes. Automated insulin pumps, for instance, leverage continuous glucose monitoring and algorithm-driven control to maintain blood sugar levels, mimicking the body's natural homeostatic functions. Control systems and homeostasis exemplify the balance required for optimal function, whether in living organisms, engineered systems, or broader ecological processes. The interplay between regulation, adaptation, and stability underscores the complexity of biological and technological systems, demonstrating how interconnected mechanisms sustain equilibrium despite external pressures. By refining control strategies, advancing technologies, and deepening our understanding of homeostatic principles, we continue to improve efficiency, resilience, and overall functionality in diverse applications.